But on the issue of central government, I would like to next take up the issue of black money. Every citizen's perception is that very little is being done on this front. And probably because primarily the largest number of, or at least a very large share of this economy belongs to the ministers or the masters within the parliament. Baba Ramdev has put some fancy figures to this. CAG has some fancy figures regarding losses due to 2G. Delhi government and the Commonwealth Games Organizing Committee are attributed another huge figure, etc. etc. Last Thursday, the Minister of State for Finance quoted the figures released by Global Financial Integrity that states that between 1948 and until 2008, the total loss is a staggering $462 billion. Recently, an article in one of the magazines suggested that the government is following the policy of slow and steady wins the race, because most of these funds are being gradually transferred out of the primary accounts overseas to alternate safe havens. The finance ministers informed the parliament only last Thursday that the agreement with Switzerland is almost in place, and we can expect to get the names of account holders from this September. But the most important rider that he has added is that it will be from a progressive way and not with a retrospective way. Do you think the government is showing true will to unearth this black money and doing anything at all to get this ill-gotten wealth back?
I don't know. You know, I wish I had black money. But I actually don't. I think this whole thing about $462 billion lying around, these are, I don't know how true these are, how valid these are. I don't understand the finance minister saying progressively means we'll monitor your future Swiss bank accounts. I mean, these people have got to be real idiots to even talk like that. But then, you know, intelligence is not a virtue in Indian politics. As for the black money's return, I frankly haven't ever understood this. I know for a fact that leading families in India, some of which must be housed in Vadodara as well, did park money abroad. I mean, they parked money for years. I mean, I've known lots of families, and I can't name them, but I've known lots of families who, you know, kept talking about their Swiss bank accounts. But I frankly don't know how much money there is. If that money is being brought back, I know some families which have brought back those sums of money through special purpose vehicles, whether it's through Mauritius or wherever else. So, some of that money is coming back. I know one leading hotel chain whose owner died a couple of years ago. The surname is Suri. Now, guess who I'm talking about. But they say that he brought back money through this route. I don't know how true it is. I don't know how much money, you know, Sonia Gandhi, L.K. Advani, Murli Manohar Joshi have in Swiss banks. You know, my guess is that they don't have that much or anything at all. But that's, see, to my mind, this is the kind of drivel that is dangerous for India. We are now looking at flaws everywhere. We're looking at flaws that don't exist. Under Swiss banking laws and laws of secrecy, it is impossible for India to get that data. The only country that's been able to get that data is the United States of America on the back of money laundering for terrorism. I mean, the whole Rajaratnam episode, in which two valiant Indians also excelled, Rajat Gupta and Anil Kumar, that whole incident, Rajaratnam was being wiretapped because they thought he had links to LTT. They weren't worried about, you know, insider trading. So if you ask me, I don't know how true this whole Swiss bank thing is. If and when that happens, damn good. But as I've often said, it's not money that's going to come to you or to me, so I really don't care. As long as we can prevent a further parallel economy. But again, you can't. Because in our country, some basic social denominators are driven through cash. When was the last time you ever got married through an entire check payment? I mean, I don't mean you get married over and over again, but you know what I mean. So, you know, we have cash as part of our culture. So, if you're poor, you give 101 ka shagan. If you're rich, you give 3 steel plants and 1 pharmaceutical company in addition to 14 stables and horses. So, it depends on, you know, who you are. So, it's unfair to say, oh, politicians are the crooks. The tragedy is we have made them what they are. We have given them the touch of greed. We've made them taste blood. It is unfair to blame them when we should actually be also blaming ourselves.
So